And 30 live on Thursday. If you all can hear me, please press one. I have my headphones on today. So if you can hear me, please press one. If you can't, then I'll just pop these off. But summer is here. Everyone is home. So yeah, you all may hear some noise if I have to take these things off. So, welcome to another Sew in 30 Live. My name is Brittany of BrittanyJJones.com. I'm a sewing content creator and pattern designer for Know Me Patterns. Today, I'm going to be showing you a project that I am almost finished with. We're going to chat a little bit about buttonholes. Um, I have some new patterns. I purchased these before Memorial Day. I know Simplicity just had a big Memorial Day sale, but I purchased these before then. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Or it's afternoon here. It's 12:30 here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know we are a little bit later than what we normally are, but I was just on a work call. Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, press one. If you can hear me, please press one. I have my headphones on, so if I have to take these off, I don't mind doing that. Hello. Oh, awesome. You can hear me. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Also, so yeah, summer is here. Everyone is home. Um, but yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like I said, we are a little bit later. I had a work call and I was on the call, y'all, with Miss the Patty Palmer, and I couldn't chuck Patty to deuces, you know? So I was like, you know what, let me push my live so I can be on this call. But it was so awesome being on there. And she knew who I was and said that she really enjoyed my videos and how clear and calm I am. So that was really nice to hear that. You all know Patty Palmer from Palmer and Pledge. So yeah, that was great. But anywho, let's go ahead and get started, friends. This is the dress. I'm almost done with her. This is Vogue 2106. It's a little bit different from what I would normally wear because the back of it is a halter style. Hi, Yolanda. This is my first time getting, yay! Hello, hello, welcome. I'm glad you called it live. This right here, again, it has a halter, which is new for me. I don't really be showing a lot of skin, y'all. Okay, y'all look, this is me every day. Oversized, comfortable, all the things. So showing skin is just not up my alley, but showing a little back, I'm okay with that. Okay. Um, so yeah, hold up. I almost got that pattern, but didn't. Yeah. Listen, okay. Now I didn't have acne as a teenager, but it found me in my 30s. Okay. I don't know why it came looking for me, but it came and it found me. I'm actually gonna take my phone. Excuse me, I'll take my phone off my laptop. I feel like I'm a little bit higher than I wanna be. Okay. Yeah, I did not have acne in my teenage years, but when I hit 30, for some reason it found me and it found me on my back. So yeah, I have some scarring that I really don't enjoy, but you know what? It is what it is. It's hot outside. So I totally understand that. I have that same thought when it comes to things, but this is the dress. I am just about done with it. It fits really good. I do have some thoughts about it though. This dress does have boning. It has it in the side seams as well as the two back seams here. I'm not a fan of the boning. I have it installed here and I'm considering taking it out. Number one, it's already kind of, and I rounded the ends of the boning. So yeah, but it's already looking like it's going to end up poking through my fabric and creating a hole in my lining. And I don't want that. So I'm not a fan of that. Um, I like to sew and fit. So you all know, like most of the times when we're sewing, we sew a seam, we fit the seam, make sure everything is fitting good. If we need to make adjustments, we can do that while we're sewing. I couldn't do that with this because it has no back. No back, no shoulders, nothing. By the time I was able to try the dress on, the collar was attached, and obviously I could sit it on and get a really good look. And by that time, this is the last step before you do the buttons. By the time I got here, I tried the dress on and I'm gaping. I'm gaping the worst. So then I had to go back up into the seam and I decided instead of messing with the side seam, hello everyone, welcome in. Instead of messing with the side seam, because it has boning here, I decided to mess with this princess seam and just try to draw up the excess fabric. I think I did a pretty decent job with it, but yeah. Just some thoughts. I probably, it's not a probably, I'm not going to make this dress again. One is enough of this, but so far I've enjoyed making it. So this is the project that I just finished, 2103, and it needs some buttons on it. Yesterday I took a trip to Hobby Lobby. I got these buttons. I think they're a great match, like literally a great match. What do we think? Are these good? I have some other options. Let me show you the other option. 2 seconds. This right here is my button. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. This right here is my button holder. Oh, you said you love them. Great. This right here is my button holder. Do y'all have this too? So this is just like a photo and craft album. Would you consider putting darts in the top? It already has a princess seam right here. So I just used that princess seam to take out the excess, and I think it got the job done. It fit a lot better, and the princess seam actually came right here, like by the bust, like it should. Before it was a little over here, so taking that extra in really did help. So yeah, here's my button container, and this is just like a photo album thing here. You can find it. I saw it in Michael's the other day, and it was on sale. But it has all these little things, and so I just organized my buttons in here. Let me find a second. I thought about these. I thought they could be cute. They have like a little gold little detail around it, but then they kind of give very mature. But they could be cute. They could actually be really cute. These could be cute. I don't know. I think these are more my style, a little bit more casual. This one is giving tea at brunch, which is a vibe too, but I don't know if it's my vibe. You use the same container, yes. Nice, Brenda. Okay, Lynette. Yeah, I think I like the first one. I like the first one too. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and get these buttons sewn on, and then we can chit chat because I don't know if y'all have heard, but apparently Michaels has acquired the name of Joann's. Is that what it said? So it's going to be offering some of Joanne products and brands in Michaels, including some fabrics. So friends, we may we may be all right. We may be all right. But yeah, let's go ahead and chit chat. Let me know what you all think. Yes, so if you go to joannes.com, I think it's redirecting people to Michaels, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me confirm before I be on here chit chatting and don't know what I'm chatting about. I'm pretty positive though that that's what is happening. Yes, you go to joannes.com, it is redirecting you to Michael's, and it's a banner that says "Welcome Joanne customer." So that is news, friends. That is news. I noticed today when I went to see the website, it was still up. Yeah, it's taking us to Michael's now, friends. It is taking us to Michael's. I will say I did a class at Michael's last year, and they did have a small fabric apparel section. We all know they have the cottons, quilting cottons, but they did have a watched YouTube this morning. Hold on, I'm gonna come back to that. They had a small selection. I saw like a jersey knit, a chambray, a denim. So you may be able to find some basics and things like that, but I don't know. I watched a YouTube video this morning from Michael's. It didn't have a lot. Yeah, mostly cottons. I do think it's going to be like a majority cotton and with sprinkled in of a little bit of that's a good point, Rosewood. I think they did the same thing with Hancock's too, right? So they do still probably have some products in there that Hancock carried. Um, I think they probably just sprinkle in a little bit of apparel. I hope not. Maybe they'll get like Joann's. What was that? They had like a Casablanca brand. It was pretty nice, if I remember correctly. Hopefully they get some of their good brands. We'll see. Do you think Michaels will sell patterns? I don't know. Okay, plain. I don't know. It would be fantastic if, they're able to do that as well. That would be great. Like really, really great. So I will have to keep my ears peeled for that. because that would be really great. Okay, a couple things. Buttonholes. Does anybody have any questions about sewing buttonholes? Are they intimidating? Do you all have any questions? I know that some machines have this as the buttonhole foot. This is actually one that's on my my beginner machine. This is the buttonhole foot for that. For this one here, I have an automatic buttonhole foot. This plugs into the buttonhole back here. It plugs into the machine back here. I connect it and it just does it automatically. You do have to set, it's like a little white marker there. You have to line it up. There's a white marker on the red thing here. I don't think you can see it, but you have to line that up in order to do that. But then I also have one here. So this is the same exact foot. It's just not connected. So that's that. Hold up, I see some questions. Buttonhole on knits. Is it possible to sew a buttonhole on knit? It is. It absolutely is because there's knit interfacing, number one, so that's going to help to stabilize the knit. The only thing is you may have to adjust like the stitches. They probably can't be too tight, like they can't be close together. You may have to space them out a little bit just so you're not, how you're not doing all of this like right there, creating a lot of tension on the knit. So I would definitely say you can do it. They do have knit interfacing. You just got to test that out for sure. I don't know if I've ever done a buttonhole on knit fabric, to be honest. Should we test? Let's test. Let's test. Let's do this. Let's do it live, friends. Let's figure this out. Let me find some knit fabric right quick. Let me see what I have on hand. I'm pretty sure I have a scrap of something. Okay. Got something right here. This is not a scrap. Not a scrap, but I'm just going to take a little corner off. And we're going to figure this out, okay? I don't have my iron plugged up. So let me do that. Let me plug her in because I need to use the interface into it. So let me plug her in right here. All right, so she can start heating up for us. I'm gonna clear off my ironing board because, of course, I have 11 things on it, okay? She's waking up. She's waking up. She is waking up. Okay, let me see. Let me go back up. Okay, so we're gonna tackle the buttonholes with the knits. I have the first foot, but haven't used it. That is actually, so with this one, you have to like push the thing out, I believe. You pop your button in here, and then the machine can automatically determine how wide the buttonhole needs to be based off of the button that you sit in there. If I remember that correctly. You all let me know if I am. My issue is opening them. Okay, glad you mentioned that. This right here is a little buttonhole opener. I purchased this from Amazon. It's a little old and dull right now. But another thing you can do if you don't have this little gadget, 2 seconds. Let me get my roller out. I don't see my gold scissors. The kiddos come in here and they start to move my items around, or they come and they borrow my scissors. Can y'all believe that? My sewing scissors get borrowed. What kind of, who do I live with? I live with savages. But you can kind of get you a nice pair of little snippers and just start to kind of slowly clip it open if you don't have this little buttonhole opener tool. Which again, mine's is kind of dulled and I haven't figured out how to sharpen it. So let me go back up. Go back up. I've never done buttonholes. Okay, we have to get you to do some buttonholes. If I do one live, you have to do one, okay? Your buttonholes always, my buttons always pop out of my button. Really? Really? That is weird. I wonder if you maybe need to replace it. Let me see. That's so weird that they pop out. Disrespectful little thing. That's crazy. You may have to Maybe see if you need to replace it. I'm not sure why that's popping out on you, Lynette. It definitely should not be popping out. Definitely should not. I'm new to sewing, learning everything. Oh, wow. That makes me so happy, Yolanda. I'm so happy that my videos are helpful. Welcome to the world of sewing. It can be a little overwhelming, but I'd encourage you to just take it one project, one stitch at a time. Okay, one stitch at a time. I'm going to use my pinking shears because I don't see my other shears, friends. If I would have known I was going to do like a little test here, I would have probably planned for it and had my stuff out on the table. Oh, I see them. Now this fabric is a little different. You all can see it's a little rib knit. I do wish I had a solid. I have 2 rib knits right there. So we're just going to use this. This is a 4-way. Is it 4-way? Yeah, it's a little give there. It's 4-way stretch knit. Move this out of the way. I got this to make a really pretty dress. I haven't made it yet, but one day. 2 seconds, let me grab the interfacing. All right, my interfacing, I keep it over here. All right. Interfacing for knit, this is my favorite to use. This is the EK130 Easy Knit. It comes in white and black. I have both. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this. I feel like I should have cut a bigger piece. That way we can test it more than once, but let's just go with it. I'm going to fuse the interface into this now. First, let me kind of press the fabric. Boy, did it eat it? Did y'all see that? This iron, oh my gosh, you have to have your pressing cloth or you're going to have a problem if you don't. Yeah, let me get my pressing cloth before I burn the fabric to smithereens. All right. Pressing cloth, friends. Ta-da! All right, now let me put the interfacing on. If you're just joining, we are doing a live demo of a buttonhole on knit fabric. I've never done a buttonhole on knit fabric, so this is a learning experience for me as well. We're gonna see if we can do this and what it looks like in any settings that I change, etc., etc. So you can see my cut is not that great. Let's true this all up so it's nice and cute here. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and pop them in. I actually need to answer. I need to answer some. Give me 2 seconds, friends. I'm gonna go through the chat. Just trying to true this up. That interfacing already changed the weight of this knit, and it's not that much give. Y'all see that? It's not moving the same amount. Now, again, I used an easy fusible knit interfacing, but it still has kind of stopped that stretch in that knit. So depending on the project that you're working on, if you said the cardigan, right? So it's probably only right here, which should be fine. If only that band area has interfacing. So this is where we are now. Okay, let me go ahead and set up here. I'm gonna remove my standard presser foot. I'm gonna pop on this one here. Uh-oh, we have an echo. Hold up. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, Terry. No echo, okay. I'm sorry, Terry. Maybe you want to refresh? It could have been when I was over here with doing all of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you have an echo. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to go up this, kind of catch up on the comments, friends, because I think I got behind there. Your buttons pop out, new to sewing, Yolanda. Intimidate, adjust the stitches. Okay, yes, Lauren, we're going to test this out right quick. Hi, Nazi, welcome in. Glad you were able to tune in. What are we trying? We're trying to buttonhole on knit fabric. Stabilize it with the scrap, yeah. How do we use it? All I know is to put a duck. Okay, yes. So for this one here, after you pop in a button, and this is for like a standard, everyone, if you have a standard sewing machine, it probably looks like this. And so this right here is the presser foot where it was, or the, I would say the latch where it will pop onto the presser foot. It doesn't go to this machine, but it would pop on here. You would put it on your buttonhole stitches, and then you just would go through the stitches, right, friends? Go through the, like, every time you do one side, you press a button, it goes to the next, press a button. That's how it is, right? I haven't used these in a while. I've been using these because these are the machines I have now. So I'm going to pop this on. But I need to probably do a demo with the standard one since this is the one that most machines may have. I'm going to go ahead and put it on a buttonhole stitch. I'm excited. Now, I have a couple buttonhole options. I'm just going to go with the standard one that's just the square. I think most machines have that. And to start out, I'm not going to make any adjustment to the stitches. So I just put it on the buttonhole stitch. Whatever she defaults to, that's what I'm going to let it be. Now, if I really wanted to get like really specific, my machine, I can select knit fabric, and she'll tell me the needle, and she'll also, hold up, let me see, hold up. A bar tack, I'm just going through the different buttonhole stitches because it may actually have one that is for, see, I have one for blouses, children's, tailored jackets, tapered keyhole, for most fabrics, heavy I just wanted to see if I had one for knit. No, most are for medium weight fabric. So I just have a standard buttonhole. I'm not going to make any adjustments. Now for this, you wouldn't typically put a buttonhole on like this. It would either be folded. Most likely it would be folded. So let's just pretend this is a placket. Let me press this. Okay, let's do it. Oh, actually, let me put some lines on here so I know where I need to kind of pivot at. Just gonna take my ruler here and just make a little line. So I'll just be like a little, a little buttonhole situation. All right, I like to put my presser foot down in the center. Hello, everyone. Welcome in, Lauren. And then, yeah, let's start sewing, friends. I'm pushing the button so it does the top of it now. Last time. Cut my thread. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you all can see that. Can you all see that? It's not bad. I will say it feels heavy. It feels like it's a lot of stitches right here. And so I'm gonna do it again, but I want to try to lengthen, and yeah, I want to widen it out a little and also lengthen it because I feel like it's a lot of just jaggedness, and I don't really like that. Especially for knit fabric. I don't like that too much. But when you open this, before you open it, I would do a my machine, it does the whole foot without me stopping. Nice. I know a couple machines does that too. Mine's it'll do one and then I have to pivot. Now, if I was doing the automatic would just go. But I don't be trusting it sometimes, y'all. I don't trust it. But I would put a little fray check, and then I would take my little buttonhole opener here. Try to get right down the center, wiggle it open. See, she's dull, but she did give me a little hole. So I'm just going to put my little snippers in and follow very carefully, making sure I do not clip the threads. And there we go. So here's a buttonhole here, friends. Not bad. I'm gonna look at some questions, then we're gonna try it one more time. I tried to get as much interfacing as I could. Listen, I did the same thing. I have 2 brand new bolts over there interfacing, so I am on the same end as that, okay? I have the same interfacing for knit. Thank you again. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're not done just yet, Lauren. We're gonna try that again. I want to try to play around with the tension and see if I like it a little bit better. So the interfacing I mentioned, yes, the interfacing that I mentioned right here, this is what I use for knit. Sometimes I put it on woven fabric too. It says fusible knit interfacing and underlining. So the EK130 Easy Knit. That is one that I really do like using. Okay, let me see. What machines do I have? Great question. This one right here is the Epic 95Q from Husqvarna Viking. I have the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 2. I have the Husqvarna Viking 980Q. Those are the sewing machines. And I also have it's a new one that I just purchased. It's a beginner machine. It's called the Onyx 25. I have that one as well. Good morning. I'm sewing Simplicity 9689 pants. Why does it tell me to cut 2 pieces of each waistband? Oh, good question. Good question, Yolanda. So it's telling you to cut 2 pieces of the waistband. So one of them is going to be the waistband. The other one is going to be the facing. So when you put your waistband on, you're going to be connecting the ones that are interfaced. So you would connect the right front, the left front, and the center. Those will be interfaced. And those are the ones that would connect to the pants right side facing. And then you're going to have 3 pieces that are not interfaced. Those are the facing pieces. So then you would put the facing onto the waistband that is interfaced, right sides facing. Then you would turn that to the inside, and that would be the inside of the waistband. Let me know if that makes sense. So that's why it's telling you you're going to only apply interfacing to one of each, not all of them. Okay. Interfacing again. Yes. It's the Pellon EK130 Easy Knit. Is it possible to then sew on the knit? It's very possible to then sew in. You're welcome. No, you didn't mess up my plans at all. You did not mess up my plans. Do my machines have a built-in walking foot? Yes. This little gadget right here, can y'all see this? It's like a little robot arm. It comes down, it lifts up. So it's like a built-in walking foot. It's called an integrated dual feed. And so depending on what I'm working on, it needs to be engaged. Right now for the buttonhole, it will tell me not to engage it. So I have to lift it up. So that is on 2 of my machines. Yes. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to lengthen out. I'm going to widen it. So my default is a 5.0. I'm going to widen it to a 5.5. For the length, let's just go up 1. My default is a 0.4. We'll lengthen it to a 0.5. So let's do that. I'm going to put another line here for us to see. Give me a start and stop point. Okay, new line made, friends. Let's go ahead and sew. Okay, she's a little crooked because I was doing it fast. So pardon, girl, I can't. I gotta do it again. There's no way I can. No. Let me run that back. It's too crooked. Oh my gosh. Do y'all see that? Yikes. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna do it one more time. But I will say, just based off of how it feels, that one does feel a lot lighter. And it's not as much bunched up on top of each other, which I do like, and I think that's going to be good for this knit. So I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna take my time this time, y'all. Y'all see what y'all not gonna do is talk about me, okay? Did y'all see that cricket buttonhole? I have another one made. This one's a little bit longer, so it should be able to show the stitches a little bit better. I should have used a different color thread. What was I thinking about? All right, here we go, friends. I think she's still cricket. Hold up. I'm new and haven't gotten to buttonholes either. I just did my first. An invisible zipper is a big step. Congratulations. Let me try to iron on this. It may not erase the marking though, because this isn't a fabric pen, but ignore the marking behind it. You can't see it, Brittany. They can't see it. Let me see if by chance it will erase. It did not. It did not. But here's the back side of it. I can show you that. Here's the back side. It's a little bumpy because I was rushing, excuse me. But overall, I think this proves that you can do a buttonhole on knit fabric. Just test, play around with your tension, and I think you'll be good, Lauren. Think you'll be good. You can definitely do a buttonhole on knit fabric, friends. Let's see. You are welcome. Congratulations. Thank you, Miss Brenda. Listen, yeah, I thought it was so funny because they put the photo up and then like I was in a meeting, they was like, Brittany, we featured you on the homepage. And I was like, huh? That picture is from 2 years ago. Where y'all found this picture at? Pictures from 1989. Where y'all found this picture? It still had the brown tips on my hair. I said, girl, we gonna have to let me send y'all an updated one. I'll be cracking myself up, y'all. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, it's really great to have it. But again, if you don't have this, you can definitely get a walking foot. Now when I see that hat, wait, hold up. Now when I see this hat, I think of you saying your prayer. They wouldn't let me be great. They wouldn't. They wouldn't let me be great for just a couple months. But since they wouldn't let me be great, I'm gonna wear it nonstop. I am sewing standing up, which is weird because I really didn't do this until I started going live. And then I realized I stand up a lot. If the machine is here, I'll just stand up. Um, Obviously that one's at a table, but for the most part, I can sit here and go, which is crazy. I'm like, girl, relax. So y'all got me doing that, okay? That's y'all fault. Yes. Uh, I'm just going through. Yes, please give a thumbs up, friends. Please give a thumbs up. Yes, that's a good tip, Janine. Practice using some cheap fabric. Hold up, my husband asked if Simplicity can add more men patterns for a blue collar. Listen, it's a lot of more men designers now. So yeah, I definitely think the option to have more men's patterns in different categories and styles is something that they can definitely start doing. I use a Teflon foot as a lazy alternative. Okay, so that just helps it not to stick. What does that do? Because I mostly just use this one for um, faux leather. So what does it do? I'm sorry, I'll put my whole hand there. So what does it do for the knit? Does it help it to just kind of glide a little bit easier as well? Because that's a really good tip. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Friends, it's 34 minutes we've been on here. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. I will wait for is it Ajita? Jita? I could be pronouncing it wrong. Please forgive me. I'll wait for her to respond what she used that Teflon foot for in case it'd be helpful for someone else. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you. Oh, I do apologize. I had to cancel the last two lives. It was Justice Award ceremony, and then we had appointments with the kids. So thank you all so much for being flexible. Thank you also. You told me to consider the hour. Can you explain what a walking foot does for knit fabric? Yes, it helps. Well, it's not just for knit fabrics too. You can use it for corduroy. You can use it for velvet. So a walking foot, and I mean, same with knit fabrics, it'll help the layers to go through easily. So you have the dual feeds that's down there, the little, not the dual feed, the feed dogs. Those are down there, and sometimes with just our plain, you know, standard presser foot, it just doesn't, the fabric doesn't glide through the same. But if you have a walking foot, then you have two things pushing the fabric through at the same time, as opposed to one pushing and one just, you know. So it's good to help glide the fabric through so that it's not stretching it and keeping everything moving, if that makes sense. That's one of the benefits of it. Yes, layers, corduroy, velvet, a walking foot is fantastic. So that is it, friends. That is it. Thank you all so much. Please give it a thumbs up. If you can't give it here now, then once you exit out, you may be able to give a thumbs up. But I will see you all in the next Sew and 30 Live. If I, what's I gonna say? If I can't make it for any reason on my lives, I always update it in like the community post. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed so you'll get notified if I have to make any changes. Look at me talking fast, look at my breath. Thank you all so much. I will see you in the next live. Blessings, everyone. Bye.